Thanks for listening to another episode of PSL On The Mic, the City of Port St. Lucie's official podcast. We're here with Makenzie Spittler again from Communications. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? I'm glad to be back.
I know, you 2 times in a month. I love it. So she is the assistant manager for engagement and budget in our department, and she's taken on two really great programs recently. And one is launched. The other one is kind of launched. We haven't really told the public about it yet, but it's coming. It's the flag retirement program and the little free libraries. I keep calling them free little libraries. It's little free libraries, which I think residents are going to be really excited about.
Yeah.
So let's start with the flag retirement program, since that one launched July 4th. How did that come about?
So that was actually brought up at a council meeting, and then Councilman Pickett is a part of the Gulf, Iraq, Afghanistan Veterans Association.
Right.
It's a long name, but
But an important group.
Yes, absolutely. He offered for them to pay for the boxes if the city would allow them to be on city property, and the city agreed, and we are taking care of them and accepting all of the donations. Oh, not donations, I guess, but all of the disposals.
Yeah, I mean, they're donating them over to be properly retired in the way that they should be. And it launched on the 4th. We had a box at our table, actually, during Freedom Fest.
Yep.
And I know that you've been emptying quite a few. There's 3. Let's get with the locations first. Where are the boxes located?
One is at Mid-Florida, one is at Veterans Memorial, and one is at City Hall.
Okay, yeah, Veterans Memorial Park. And their design, they have an eagle on them or a U.S. flag. They're easy identifiable.
They're absolutely identifiable. The one at Veterans Memorial and the one at City Hall, you can just drive up to. The one at Mid-Florida is inside of Mid-Florida.
Okay.
So that can be moved. Right now, I think it's over by the 9/11 Memorial.
Okay, that makes sense. And the one here at City Hall is right next to the utility box, I think, in the roundabout.
Yep,
so you can literally just drop off your water bill and drop off now the flags, they have to be a certain condition.
Well,
right?
Yes,
You don't want to throw away a nice flag.
Exactly. They need to be tattered. There needs to be a reason that you're disposing of them. They should be folded appropriately before being put in the box. Ideally, if you wanted to fold them appropriately and then put them in an envelope or in a bag so that way they can stay folded. Because if you're folding it and putting it in the receptacle, then it's easy for it to become unfolded and things like that.
Yeah, and we actually have there's a website, citypsl.com/flags, and we have information on there on how to properly fold a flag that you're going to retire.
Yep.
Now, I know it's pretty incredible how many we've already collected. So you've emptying boxes for the past 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
And how many flags have been given to us?
I think it was 265.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what do we do with the flags after that?
Well, we are currently partnering with the Boys and Girls Club. Well, I guess actually it's not us as directly. It's more Councilman Pickett's group that is partnering with the Boys and Girls Club. Or no, I'm sorry, not the Boys and Girls Club. That was my mistake.
Okay.
They're partnering with the Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts. Big difference there.
Big difference.
So we're collecting the flags.
We are collecting the flags.
And then
providing them to the group. The group is then getting with the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
And then the Boy Scouts are providing the ceremony.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a proper ceremony that happens. I've posted this on social media a few times already. How has the response been?
It's amazing. I was actually so surprised. I didn't know it was such a need for the community, but so many people said that they had no idea how to dispose of their flags, and they've just been holding on to them. So there are people who have 5 flags just sitting in their garage or wherever they have it, and now they finally have a way to dispose of it respectfully.
Yeah, and I know you said this came up at a council meeting. So obviously there was a need for it.
Yeah.
So why is this program so important for our residents?
I mean, I think it's just important for us as Americans and to be, patriotic and make sure that we are respectfully and appropriately taking care of our flags. I think that that's something that isn't always talked about. I know we're taught when we're little kids in elementary school, and then it kind of tapers off, and then it never gets mentioned again. So it's important that now that everyone's an adult, after you've learned and done everything, that you have a way to carry that out.
And I think it's great, too, for grandparents or parents of kids, their grandkids. They can actually show them the proper way to dispose of a flag, and then it can just go on generation to generation. It's a really great idea. I'm so happy that we're doing it. Now, there's only 3 boxes so far. Are we planning on adding any more?
As of right now, we aren't planning on adding any more. It doesn't mean that it couldn't happen. Just right now, I think those 3 are serving their purpose.
Yeah.
And if it became unsustainable and we needed more, or it was requested, things like that, maybe then we would add another. But right now, I think the 3 are doing their job.
Good. Are we getting the majority of flags in one particular box, or are they pretty much spread out?
I think mostly in Veterans Memorial and at City Hall, because you can drive up to them and it's easier.
Yeah, okay. Well, just don't forget, too, there is that one at Mid-Florida. You do have to go inside. And there's also the Florida Sports Hall of Fame in there, so you can drop off your flag and go visit in there. And there's tons of activities at Mid-Florida, too. So just bring your flag if you have one. Now, the second program, I'm super excited about the first one, but this one, the little free libraries. I'm sure that residents have seen a few around the city, but now we've kind of taken control over that a little bit with the help from some of our residents. So you've been working on this for a few months, I think. Explain how it came about, but also, like, I know there are some out there already, but how do we determine where new ones will go, or are we just taking care of the ones that are already there?
So this engagement actually moved to the communications department, and when that happened, this project got moved with it. And it wasn't really started, it was more of just the concept, and then I kind of started getting the wheels moving with it. The little free libraries that exist currently were already on Parks property. And then I got with the Parks and Recreation department and discussed where would be the best locations to add new ones. So we used Placer AI to determine the most popular parks. And then I also kind of looked at parks that you would be sitting around. Like at a dog park, there might be more people sitting. If there's a neighborhood park where people walk their neighborhood, things like that. So we actually have on the website a map that shows you where the current free little free libraries are, where they are, as well as the options of where you can donate. So there's like a star for the ones that we found with Placer AI that are most popular, and we have those listed as recommended. And then we also have ones for dog parks. So you can see exactly where you would potentially donate one to put it.
Okay, and as far as the donations, do people have to come to you and donate, or they just put it into the library, right?
Yeah.
How are we working that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So the free little libraries all work the same way, whether it be in the city of Port St. Lucie or elsewhere. It's pretty much a box that's sitting in a location, and it's waiting for people to take books for free and give books for free. It's a community-driven program.
And how are we keeping track of? I mean, we want family-friendly books in there.
Yeah.
How are we working that?
We have volunteers that have signed up, and people are so excited to volunteer for this program. The volunteers come and look at the books once every 2 weeks. They make sure that the library is actually maintained. If something's broken, if there's graffiti, they let us know. If there are inappropriate books, they can remove those. So they kind of keep an eye on everything for us. And we actually are getting to the point where we have more volunteers than we have libraries which
now
is great, but also we need more libraries.
Right. So I know you sort of explained that. Like, so do we decide if we're going to put one up, or do residents say, hey, I think this is a good spot for one, and do they build it? Do we build it? How does that work?
So you have 2 options. One is they could build it and then give it to us and then say, would you put it in this location? And then we could agree and add it to the location, one of the predetermined locations, or if they had a request for somewhere else, we could ask about it. The other option is if they wanted to give the city the funds for a free little library that we purchase on their behalf and add wherever they would like.
Okay, perfect.
So same deal, they could either pick from the list of locations that we already have predetermined or request a new location. It's just about how you get the library. Either they build it and hand it to us or they give us the funds and then we would purchase it on their behalf.
Okay, and I know that we already have a few residents that have been helping. Kind of like I sort of know one by someone that I used for something for my house. How has the response been from residents so far? In particular, you know who I'm talking about. I think Maddie is her name?
Yep.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
How is that going?
It's actually been amazing. I am so pleasantly surprised of how involved people are in this already without the city, kind of getting their hands in it. I know that these libraries that already existed before this program happened. So they got with the Parks and Recreation Department, got permission to put one on Parks property, and it kind of went from there. So these people were already passionate. So now we're trying to find, I think there's only one library that I don't know who installed it. So we're trying to find.
Where is that library? Maybe we can
I believe
put a
that
call
one
out.
is at Kiwanis.
Kiwanis Park, so that's
Yes.
like off of Floresta. Okay.
Yep, that's the only one that I don't know who donated that. And we're trying to give residents, the credit that's due. They put in all of this effort and they put in all of this love and care, and we want to make sure that they're recognized for that. And we have that on our website if they want to be recognized. I know one person wants to remain anonymous, but they asked that we name the library a specific thing, which is great, and we did that. And then we have Madison, who got a photo with her family in front of their library, and they asked that it be called the Crosstown Free Little Library. She actually has her whole Instagram with
There's
that.
an Instagram,
that has a whole big following, so that's so cool. And then there's the other one at Minsky Gym that was put up in memory of her grandmother. So the photo that she asked to be displayed is of her and her grandmother, and then a quote and things like that. So it's great that we're able to give credit where credit's due and also get to speak with these people who are so excited and passionate about this same project that we're working on.
How many do we have so far?
5.
There's 5. Okay. And is there a number that we want to get to, or I don't think it matters?
No, I don't think that there's, as many as possible in my mind. Literacy, we want to promote that as much as possible. And I know that there are a lot of kids who don't have access to libraries. Like, yes, they do in terms of they technically could go there. But can they always cross the street to get there? No. Do they always have someone to bring them there? No.
Right.
If we bring books closer to them, then they have easier access to it. So I would say as many as possible. I don't have a specific number. If all of the ones that are on the website, the locations fill up right now, then I will find more locations.
Right.
I'm not cutting it off and saying no. As long as we have volunteers and we have space for them, then great.
What is the website?
It is cityofpsl.com/Little Free Library.
Little Free Library. Okay. There's tons of information there. What about, I know people can donate. I don't want to say bring your books to City Hall, but if people are here and they have books to donate, we'll be gladly take them, right?
Yeah, if they're already at City Hall, but then I would actually just suggest going to one of these locations and putting...
Visit the website, find out where it is. Okay.
Just go to the location. I know that there's actually one on it's at Duck Court. It's actually in a neighborhood, and that one gets emptied very fast, and so does Minsky Gym, and so does Jessica Clinton.
Okay.
So don't get me wrong, all of them need books, but I'm saying that those ones I think have a higher turnover rate. So if you're gonna stop into one, maybe stop into those first. If they're full, then great. Move on to the next one and find one that's empty.
Okay.
If you want to volunteer, then there's also an opportunity on our website, on that same website, and you can let us know. And then we can get you volunteering to take care of these and bring any books that you'd like so you can get credit for taking care of them.
Good. I know. You kept asking us here, do you have any books? And I'm like, yes, I have a ton. So now I'm just going to go find a library and put them in myself. So to me, this is like the definition of grassroots engagement. the engagement section of the city is now in communications. So it means a lot. It reminds me kind of like the Citizen Summit. Just how important is the engagement part of what we do in getting residents involved in something like this, in anything, really.
Yeah, I think that engagement, its essence is connecting the city and the residents. And this is such an amazing way to do it. And I know that sometimes when you do more like passive forms of engagement, it doesn't feel as connecting as this might, because residents have an actual action that they can go and do and see. Like if you and I are at a booth at an event, like, don't get me wrong, yes, we are trying to reach out and have these conversations, but it's not always as impactful as someone walking up to this library with their books and knowing, hey, I physically put these in and I came back next week and they're gone.
And they're making a difference in someone's life. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that the city is just a venue for that. You know, like, we're just trying to help everyone and make sure that everything is kind of running smoothly and give a little more structure to something that residents were already passionate about and already starting to do on their own.
Yeah, it's such a great idea, and I can't wait until we can get more out there, because reading is so important for especially young kids. And like you said, not everyone has access or a way to get to one of our libraries. Did we miss anything? Is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so, other than just a reminder that if anyone wants to donate a library by bringing the actual library or by providing the funds and then the city will purchase it on their behalf, I think that is our biggest hurdle, because right now we have so many people that want to volunteer, which is amazing. Yeah. But getting them more libraries for them to go to, that's actually kind of the struggle. So I encourage that by anyone. I know that they can be expensive. It can be, you know, a group effort, whatever they want to do. And we can also add a plaque with anyone's name. If there's a business that wants to donate, we can say donated on behalf of X, Y, and Z, things like that.
And is there any particular way that they need to be built? I mean, we all know what they look like. I know we've all seen them. So if someone builds one and wants it in a park, I mean, if they know what they're doing, they're going to build it properly, so they've seen it. So they just have to contact us about that.
Yeah, just basically contact us, and then we'll go from there. We'll discuss if they want to paint it a certain way. My biggest thing is that it's weatherproof, because we're in Florida. You know, with the rain and the humidity, things like that, if it's made out of wood, it's going to deteriorate over time.
It'll need more tender loving care, as we say.
So if we have a way to discuss how we're going to do the roof to make sure that that's not getting water inside, and how we're going to seal the wood so that way it's not getting water damage, then we are good to go.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to put all this information in the show notes about our flag retirement program and the little free libraries. I'm going to mess that up till forever. But Makenzie, thanks so much for coming in again.
You are so welcome.
And hopefully we'll get some more volunteers for you. More libraries. We have plenty of volunteers, but we need volunteers as well. Will they have to go through the same volunteer process?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
You have to come through. You apply almost like a job. That's how you find it, is either it's on our website, or you can go to careers on the city's site, and there are careers, but if you sort by lowest paid, 0 is the lowest.
That means you're volunteering, folks.
That's volunteering, and it's an opportunity there. So you would just fill that out, and then we would get you set up with HR from there.
All right, awesome. So everybody look for some more little free libraries popping up through the city. So, and thank Makenzie for getting this program off the ground.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.